Hello, Eagle fans. I'm Jonathan Dern, sitting next to NCCU baseball head coach Jim Koerner. The Eagles getting ready to start their season on Friday, February 15th at home against Canisius at 4 p.m. at the Durham Athletic Park. And for you Eagle fans, admission is free. Coach, North Carolina Central rolling into this 2019 season, coming off of one of their best in school history, 28 wins, first ever winning season in the D1 era. Coach, I know it's got to feel pretty good when you look back at last year.
Yeah, when you take time to reflect, I thought we did some great things, from having a winning record overall to doing really well against Big South teams, as well as receiving top 25 votes for the first time in program history for, I think it was 4 straight weeks. And Devin Sweet signing with the Seattle Mariners, and had the Conference Player of the Year, and it was very, satisfying season for everybody.
You mentioned the Conference Player of the Year, Joyce. He's back this year, along with Carter Williams, Jake Raby, Chris Koerner, a lot of other players coming back. What can you say about this core that's coming back this year in 2019?
Yeah, we have a really good group of returning players. The guys that you've mentioned are all guys that we're going to count on to make a big impact this year. Corey had a great year the last 2 years, and we expect him to continue that, along with Chris Koerner, who was kind of underappreciated a little bit last year, postseason honor-wise, as well as preseason this year. If you look at his numbers, you can stack him up against anybody in our conference. And you mentioned Jake Raby. He's looking to rebound from last year. He had a tremendous freshman year for us, and we all believe he's closer to the player that he was as a freshman than some of the struggles he went through last year. And Ryan Decker was going to be counted on heavily on the mound. We also bring back our starting catcher and Timmy Fishvote, and looking forward to having Mitch McCrary back as a fifth-year senior. And not to mention Andrew King and Caleb Coyle and Brad Mize as well, bringing up that leadership core.
Well, one of the things that's always constant in college athletics is players graduate and they leave the program, and you got a big hole leaving. Last year you had a record-setting first baseman, Zach Michalski. He drove in 51 RBI on his own, but now you're bringing in some new players. What can you say about the new guys?
Tremendous work ethic. There's a lot of new faces this year. We graduated maybe 13 seniors last year, so obviously there's going to be some turnover, but we've got some key additions coming in this year that are going to make immediate impacts. Vinny Bailey is somebody that's going to hit in the middle of our order, a big left-handed hitter, hits for power. Miles Costin, another transfer from California, he's going to make it a big impact for us. Trey Maslin, an infielder, junior college infield transfer, is another one that's going to come in and make a big impact. On the mound, we have several transfers as well that we expect to do some big things for us. Brendan Bell, Tommy Guglielmello, among Chris Krenwich, Sean Rooney, and 2 other transfers that are going to be counted on to get big innings for us this season too.
One of the advantages for North Carolina Central playing pretty far south is you get a lot of home games. Looking at the schedule, 16 of the first 17 are going to be playing at the Durham Athletic Park. Canisius is coming up first, and also highlighting the schedule this year, NC State, you'll host the Wolfpack this year. What can you tell this Eagle fans about this year's schedule?
Challenging. We always play a great schedule. This year is no different. We obviously like playing at home. We play very well at home. I think at any given time we might be able to bat 7 lefties in our lineup this year, so it definitely plays favorable to our ballpark. Opening weekend is going to be a challenge. Canisius College is typically one of the top winningest programs in the Northeast every year. They've been to the NCAA regionals, I think 2 of the last 4 years or 2 of the last 3 years. Very, very strong program. Always very competitive, very fundamentally sound. They're usually really good on the mound. And then you add NC State at home, which is going to be a fun game for our players and fans to have a program of that magnitude, a perennial top 10 program in the nation, to want to come to our park to play a home game. I think that's just an added bonus.
All right, Coach, 53 games on the schedule. Eagles trying to make their way back to the MEAC tournament. What can you tell the Eagle fans about what to expect this year?
An exciting team. I think we have an explosive team. I think you're going to see a lot of grit. I think you're going to see a lot of energy, a lot of hard work. I expect us to score a lot of runs, and I think we're going to be really deep on the mound as well.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Jim Koerner. I'm Jonathan Dern. Eagles start their season at home February 15th at 4 p.m. against Canisius at the Durham Athletic Park.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.